Welcome back. In recent years, we've often heard about organic farming and whole foods, but do you really know the difference between foods produced organically and non-organically? Do you know the difference between whole food and food that has undergone transformations? To lead a healthy and long-lasting life, it is extremely important to choose products that are preferably organic and whole wheat. Foods on the market in this era undergo extensive processing and transformation, not to mention the pesticides they are treated with. This way, foods lose much of their original nutritional power. Not only that, but consuming processed foods can also lead to disorders in our bodies. Let's talk about organic farming. Foods produced through organic farming are not treated with pesticides and have no preserving agents. Eliminating these two elements makes them much healthier than those produced through conventional farming. The objective of organic farming is to respect and safeguard the ecosystem and biodiversity. The aim of conventional agriculture, on the other hand, is to focus on high production yields. The methods used in the two types of farming differ from each other. Here are the biggest differences. Organic avoids the use of pesticides and synthetic fertilizers, prohibits the use of GMOs, genetically modified organisms, promotes crop rotation to maintain soil fertility, promotes animal welfare with more outdoor space and outdoor access, requires official certification and regular checks. Instead, let's look at the basics of conventional agriculture. Use synthetic fertilizers to increase productivity, uses chemical pesticides to control pests and diseases, may use GMOs where permitted by legislation. It often practices monoculture, same repeat crop, generally has lower production costs. Speaking of whole food instead, we are referring to plants that after they have been harvested, the parts of their seed are preserved intact. The seeds contain the endosperm, germ, and bran. In refined grains, the germ and bran are eliminated, only the endosperm remains. The advantages of eating whole grains are the greater amount of fiber contributed to our body and a better digestion of the carbohydrates that these grains contain compared to their counterpart, refined grains. In fact, whole grains contain complex carbohydrates. In practice, these carbohydrates are assimilated more slowly and with more time by our body than simple carbohydrates. Refined grains therefore contain simple carbohydrates. Returning to the discussion of complex carbohydrates, these molecules, due to their slow effect in being digested, allow a more fluid and gradual release of energy into the body when we introduce these carbohydrates. Unlike simple ones, which when we introduce them, we receive a glycemic and insulin peak. Considering the common opinion of people that are not familiar with nutrition, they think that pasta, rice, and whole wheat bread are only usable if you are on a weight loss regimen. But my opinion, and that of most experts, is that these whole foods must be the ones chosen because they bring greater benefits and well-being to our bodies than foods made with refined flours, even if you are not following the calorie deficit or are not following a diet to reduce body fat. In the time of our grandparents, when they were young, whole grain cost less than refined grain and was given to animals to eat. As time passed and many scientific discoveries were made in the field of nutrition, this grain began to become more important than it was a few decades ago. The disadvantages of whole foods are that they cost more than those made with refined flour. Another element that distinguishes whole grain products is that they taste very different from those with refined flour. After years and years of being accustomed to savoring the same flavors, those who are not used to their taste will find it unpleasant. But if you keep in mind that if you eat more of these foods than other refined ones, they will make you healthier. And I think getting used to the taste is really worth it. It's like making an investment in your future, choosing for a couple of weeks to taste something you don't appreciate much at first. But if you then think about how much you're improving your health and longevity, you'll end up loving that taste that most people despise and criticize. So from now on, when you have to eat carbohydrates, eat foods that contain the complex ones. Products with refined flour have excellent taste for the most part. On the other hand, they very often contain sugar and preserving agents that worsen health, so it is better to eliminate them from your diet. I know not everyone will accept this, but if you want to be truly healthy and live a long life, you have to give up eating candy and sweets. It's a necessary step you need to take. So that was it for today, and as always, stay healthy, stay counting years.